Hello, it's Beverly from BeverlyKeppel.com, helping you have lots of success by understanding people and their behaviour. Now today I want to talk about the real you. Some people have said to me that they can be any of the 4 styles at any time whenever they like, and that is true to some extent. But everybody has 1 or 2 styles that are stronger than the others. And we call this your natural style or your internal profile. It's how you behave when you're relaxed, say, like at home with your family and friends. Now, everybody, when they're in different circumstances, adopts different styles of behavior. For instance, if you're in a job, say direct sales, then when you're at work, you would probably increase your eye for influence so that make yourself more attractive and more popular to other people. However, if you're in clerical work, when you're at work, you might increase your C so that you are more accurate and preparing the work in a perfect kind of way. You might also find that your boss is much more D than would normally be the case, and that's because of the need to be in control of all the employees. Now, when we're raising children, we adopt very easily the nurturing and caring role. So we increase our S. For instance, someone who normally would be quite D for dominant, when they're bringing up their children, they show a softer, more gentle side. And actually, in fact, when we're bringing up children, we sometimes have to increase our D, especially when we're disciplining or we want to protect our children from dangerous circumstances. Now, when we make small shifts in our behaviour, it's almost unnoticeable, something that we do naturally. But when we make large shifts, these are much harder to maintain. For instance, have you been in a situation where you've been recruiting and you've recruited someone for a job? Now, the applicant for the position will present their external profile in the way that they think is necessary in order to get that job. Now, sometimes after they've settled in and they've been in the job for 2 or 3 months, you may notice a change in their behaviour. And that's because up till that point, they've been adopting what they think is necessary. And so after time, they can't maintain it. And their real behaviour, natural profile shows through. Now, the same can be true in an emergency situation. People will drop their, what you might call their mask, their external profile, and their real nature may come across. If the same is true in network marketing. You might sign up a team member who at the beginning is very enthusiastic, they're raising their eye, and they write out a plan of what they're going to do, they raise their C, and then you might find that nothing much happens after that, and that's because those are not their natural tendencies. So it's important to understand not just your own behaviour, but the behaviour of other people so that you can help them be successful as well. Your natural internal profile is, well, it's genetic, and I'm going to show you that in the next video, how that happens with children. But it's also influenced by family and friends and your upbringing, life's adventures and disappointments. And you'll find that in some textbooks on personality profiling or behavioural profiling, they will say that your internal profile is fixed. Now, I don't agree with that. Behaviour is a habit. And if you practice a new habit sufficient number of times, it becomes new behaviour. So let's talk about confidence. Confidence is a characteristic that's very strong in a high D and in a high I. They're outgoing people, they're naturally confident. Now, if your D and your I are low, then you might find some of these situations uncomfortable and challenging. For instance, if you have to get up and talk to a large number of people, or if you have to go to a business networking group on your own, if you have to phone a lead and discuss your opportunity, or even being asked your opinion in a meeting. If you've not got a lot of D or I, you find that quite challenging. But all of those things can change if you just practice. Practice makes perfect, as they say. So what I want to get across today is that you do have a natural style that is a unique mix of D, I, S, and C. And you will have one or two of them that are stronger. But at any time, you can raise the low ones or you can drop the high ones. And this is important so that you can help yourself be a better team leader, and understanding your team's profiles will help you lead them towards a more successful outcome in the endeavour that you're doing. So that's it for today. Hope you discover the real you, and I'll be back with another video in a couple of days. Thank you. Bye now.